Welcome back to the Endeavor Miami podcast. We're live from Dell for Startups booth at eMerge Americas, and I have as our guest Dr. Richard Munassi, co-founder of Medzoomer, and also he's the managing director of the Tampa Bay Wave Accelerator. Welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. It's great to see you again as always, especially here at eMerge where, holy cow, what a great conference. I mean, I feel like not just Miami, but LATAM and many different parts of even the US, there's founders here from everywhere.
Everywhere. We're becoming a growing, diverse community. We're already diverse. We're so many immigrants that make up this incredible city and community in South Florida.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about what are you seeing as with respect to innovation and the startup landscape across the state of Florida?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think we're at a critical juncture when it comes to things here in Florida. We're starting to see a lot more engagement of not just the universities with young talent staying home after they graduate, but also companies being created left and right, no matter where they are located in the state, whether it's Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando, Miami, all of the above. And then also a growing interest of founders from outside of region really wanting to engage with our corporates, our health systems, our military here in the state of Florida to build and grow their companies and be part of the Florida ecosystem as a whole. So I think it's great times all around. I'm also, I think, really interested in seeing, and I think this is going to be sort of the linchpin here on success when we look 18 months into the future, how investors are continuing to look more seriously at Florida-based companies and companies that are relocating here from other regions of the country and the world.
I think that's so important for us to be able to grow our ecosystem, right? And I see every single week, I meet new entrepreneurs, investors, and corporations that are opening offices here. That is a great indication that we are doing a great job together as a community.
Absolutely. It's not all doom and gloom. It's funny when I'm originally from Los Angeles. So when I talk to friends and family from California, they always ask me, like, what's happening in Florida? It must be crazy. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, guys, like the news has evolved to being entertainment. When we're here, the amount of positive things happening in the state that aren't covered by the national news networks. I mean, there's just great things happening left and right. And the regional governments, the state governments, they really are backing entrepreneurship and recognizing that Florida is a great place for business and removing that friction for companies here in the state too.
I agree, and hopefully there's more national media that will start covering some of these incredible stories.
Absolutely.
And you're an entrepreneur and in the healthcare space and also a growing vertical here in Florida, right? Healthcare and health tech, etc. Can you share a bit about your journey and building your incredible business?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I cut my teeth originally as a physician, so I have an MD and an MBA as well. Been in the tech sector with specifically in healthcare, oh my gosh, I'm going to date myself here, but it's been like 12, 15 years almost now. Currently, we're seeing a lot of change when it comes to healthcare really in the state of Florida. A lot of consolidation, larger hospitals and health systems coming into the state, HCA growing very rapidly as well, their footprint in the South as a whole. But Florida and the South have really always been a hotbed of healthcare, and it's great to see technology start to kind of catch up and really look at the region to help positively impact how healthcare is being delivered here in the state. I had a chance earlier today at eMerge to sit down with the Chief Innovation Officer for Nicholas, the hospital and health system a little bit north here of Miami, in the Miami region, and we were kind of chatting around the innovation that's happening there, and I think it really mimics what we're seeing where before Boston might have really been the focus for healthcare and healthcare technology, but now looking at Florida and really the Gulf South, there are eyeballs here because people are starting to really realize the patients are here, the patients that drive the most cost from a Medicare perspective and elder care perspective are here too, so why don't we help fix those costs and help save healthcare in the United States?
Yes, and I know that Jackson is also doing a lot of development in that space.
Yep.
So tell us about Medzoomer.
Medzoomer, it's so interesting from a timing perspective. When you work with startups or you invest in startups, you always look for these forks in the road, where a founder could go left and the company will fail, and a founder could go right and the company will be successful. And Medzoomer got up and off the ground the week before the pandemic is when we decided to start the company. March 1st of 2020. Yeah, I wish I could say I was prescient and saw the future, but I literally did not. This is how little I didn't see the future. I immediately flew to New York to meet with investors, and I was staying in a hotel in Times Square because I'm a tourist and didn't know any better. March 7th through 10th of 2020. So I got to see the world collapse in real time.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. Flew back to Tampa, told my co-founder.
Barely flew out to
I was at JFK leaving, and someone stole my hand sanitizer when I was going through security.
No.
Didn't take anything, didn't take my wallet, they took my hand sanitizer. And I remember coming back and thinking, like, we might be onto something here, and we really have been. And the company has been fantastic. We're like Uber Eats, but for medication, except we service pharmacies as a customer, so kind of that infrastructure layer play. We're currently in over 24 states. We've delivered over 4 million medications. We've landed multiple hospital systems. Actually, this week, we landed 2 more. So we really are on that warpath. We've found that product market fit, and we are looking to continue to grow quickly as we remove friction between patients and their medications. So it's been a wonderful experience for us, especially going through the Endeavor program. We got a lot of great value from the mentors and from the other founders as well, and from, of course, the team too. So for us, it's really one of those times where we're hanging on for dear life, closing another round of financing right now. I'll probably have to do another round in Q4 of this year too. But it's been a wonderful journey, and all signs point to just continue to increase of pace and try and do our best to service these customers.
And that's why we work to support founders like yourself, and
Absolutely.
hopefully we can help you in that next round. And we just are happy to see founders in their journey to scale, and if you succeed, we succeed. So I wish you all the best with Medzoomer. I think you're going to crush it. You already are. And it's a very needed solution that you created, right, to make it more efficient, because it's a very inefficient system to get medication to patients, right?
Absolutely.
So I think what you built is brilliant, and I just congratulate you on everything that you've done, because you do so much for the community.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, and the community here really throughout the state, it's worth helping. And I tell people all the time, the problems that we're trying to solve are problems that are worth solving. They make an impact to the patient population. It's something that, I've been thinking about trying to figure out for over a decade. And luckily, I have the opportunity to give it my best shot, and along the way, build something pretty cool with some great people and with great support like Endeavor too. So thank you for your time and help and everything too.
Of course. You're passionate about what we're doing, we're passionate, and we're doing it together. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining me today.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the time. You have a great rest of your day. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Thanks, Claudia.
Thank you.